This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Suspected charged in death of St. Anne mechanic. A man has been charged with the killing of 20-year-old mechanic Quan Campbell of Enfield, Brownstown in St. Anne, who was stabbed to death on Sunday, June 5, following an argument with a woman outside a club. Roder Harris, 34, of Goshen, Brownstown, was charged with murder yesterday after being questioned by the police and is to appear in court at a later date. Harris had turned himself into the police on Tuesday in the company of his lawyer, Oswest Senior Smith. Efforts to reach Senior Smith early yesterday were unsuccessful. The news reported that Campbell died early Sunday morning after being stabbed following an argument with a woman. Reports are that shortly before 2 o'clock Sunday morning, Campbell went to a club in Brownstown where he allegedly confronted a woman who he saw with a man. The two exited the club, after which the argument escalated, at which point the other man intervened. A fight ensued during which Campbell was stabbed in the chest. He was taken to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The other man fled the scene and was being sought by the police. The suspect eventually turned himself in. Changes coming in use of unmarked police vehicles. Changes are coming to the protocol governing the use of private vehicles by the police while carrying out operations in the wake of safety concerns. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson on Thursday promised to act on complaints from members of the public. Earlier this week, residents of Railway Lane in Tospen, St. Catherine, said the use of private vehicles by the police poses a risk to public safety. Following a quadruple killing in the area on Sunday, the residents said they were caught off guard after gunmen drove into the lane and identified themselves as police. In response to the concern, General Anderson, who toured Railway Lane on Thursday, said the police will make operational changes. While he was tight-lipped on the specifics, he noted that the use of unmarked vehicles plays an important role in police operations, so different tactics would have to be implemented to differentiate the police from criminals.
They don't really want to say what we're going to do, but I noted it. They had that discussion with me down there. Obviously, gunmen, and it's not unique here, when they come to somewhere, if they say police, it kind of freezes people in place, so they will do that on occasion. But obviously, as the police, we have to use undercover police, unmarked vehicles and all that as well. So the tactics we use to differentiate, we'll have to deal with that. Our intelligence has led us to specific individuals who we're after. Obviously, at this point, the investigation is at its infancy, but we will be putting out, I think we have put out some already as persons of interest in the matter who can assist us with this. And we will go after them. We will get them.
Residents of Railway Lane have blocked the entrance to the community to prevent further attacks by gunmen following Sunday's quadruple killing. A resident of the community told the news that children have not been able to go to school since the shooting.
From the incident with kids then can't go to school because we don't want to walk on the road and them a come because they still a drive around in a place and them have whole heap of different vehicle. Tonight them in a this, tomorrow they in a that. And they still a use fake page and a text. So them a come back for the rest of youth them in a lane. So a lane can't pull because alone we feel safe.
More charges laid against the security guard in Scotiabank ABM explosion. The news has been informed that additional charges have been laid against the security guard accused of stealing more than $30 million from Scotiabank automated banking machines in Port Antonio, Portland. Calvin Hill, 31, was charged on Wednesday with 4 counts of larceny as a servant and several counts of falsification of accounts. Mr. Hill was injured following an explosion at the 2 ABMs on the morning of April 23. Investigators are alleging that from December 2021 to April this year, Mr. Hill, who was employed as a treasury officer at Beryllium Security Company, stole Jamaican $30 million and US $10,000 from the ABMs. Mr. Hill, who was responsible for loading the machines with cash, is accused of manipulating the ABMs during the alleged racket. The guard is also charged with arson, counting house breaking, and creating public mischief. Security guards ran, leaving cash inside vehicle. Investigators have revealed that the Beryllium security guards who were held up on Wednesday by gunmen in East Kingston ran, leaving the cash inside the vehicle. The gunmen stole $22 million in the heist on Jackson Road in Rollington Town. It was reported that about midday, the guards stopped to carry out repairs to the vehicle, which belongs to Beryllium, when another vehicle drove up and the two men alighted with guns. The guards told investigators that they ran in different directions. The gunmen took the money and escaped. The 4 guards were not harmed. Chef gets bail on gun charges. A Kingston chef who was reportedly seen by police brandishing an illegal weapon was yesterday offered a $200,000 bail when he appeared in the gun court. The 25-year-old defendant, Raymond Sylvester, was offered bail on charges of illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition, following a successful bail application by his attorney at law, Shamar Hanson. Justice Anne-Marie Lawrence Granger offered Sylvester bail on condition that he reports on Sundays at the Denham Town Police Station. According to police reports, on December 27, 2021, a team of police officers were on foot patrol in Trenchtown, Kingston, in an area called Zimbabwe after 5:45 p.m. One of the lawmen who was leading the team reportedly spotted the shirtless defendant walking along the roadway and swinging a black firearm in his hand. The policeman reportedly alerted his 2 colleagues and then shouted out to Sylvester to stop and drop the weapon. The defendant reportedly stopped beside a concrete wall and threw the weapon over the wall. He was subsequently held by one of the officers, while another reportedly retrieved the weapon, a black Taurus pistol. When cautioned, Sylvester reportedly said, "Anuki come give me in a bar and say go and go lock it, police in the place, and him set me up." However, according to the police, checks made revealed that there was no one by that name in the community. Sylvester was subsequently charged, but his lawyer during the bail application argued that there was no evidence to support the allegations, which is based solely on the police's account. Hanson further contended that the police's credibility was an issue and that they have failed to produce any forensic evidence, despite it being outstanding from January when the case was first mentioned. In the meantime, the court ordered that disclosure be made by July 11 and scheduled the matter for mention on July 14. Chang vows to end a long wait for police records. Security Minister Horace Chang was taken aback on Thursday when he learned that despite a multi-million-dollar digitization of key operations at the Criminal Records Office on Duke Street in downtown Kingston, people applying for police records have to wait in long lines on the outside for hours. Dr. Chang, who was led on a tour of the office on Thursday morning, noted that staff has to deal with overwhelming amounts of documents in this era of advanced technology. More than $5 million was expended to help modernize the Criminal Records Office and transform it from the previous automated fingerprint and a palm identification system to a multi-biometric identification system. However, the crowd problem continues. The demand for this kind of record has increased almost exponentially in recent times, traditionally for those seeking expungement, but more critically for workspaces. People are going overseas to work, people are working in the local business outsourcing services. An increased number of employers in Jamaica require individuals to have their records identified, said Chang. Demand on the system is extremely high, and you can see from outside there is a huge crowd, and individuals would have reported coming near the office from 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. There is much to be done. There are still a lot of manual activities here. There are a huge number of files, and I don't think we have enough building spaces to file all the paper. All these have to be brought into the 21st century and digitized, added Chang. He said the ultimate plan is to have the documents digitized because, as it stands, it was unfair to subject people to uncomfortable circumstances while they wait. We need to get off that level where employees have to walk in a room looking for paper files. Even though you know where to find the files, it is a big demand on the staff, while those most in need end up crowding outside. For a service that is so crucial and critical, we cannot as a government treat those citizens like that. We will take steps to correct that. We came to take a physical look. We have upgraded the actual fingerprint search data system, but to see what else can be done to improve the efficiency and therefore reduce the pressures on those who are coming in and also on the officers who are working here. They are working hard and doing a tremendous job, said Chang. Acting Director of the Major Technology Transformation Branch in the Ministry of National Security, Emily Holgate, sought to assure people waiting outside that the Security Ministry was working with the Jamaica Constabulary Force to set up some processes online as a response to the crowding. The public will have to be a part of it once we migrate some of the processes online to make the end-to-end process a lot more efficient, said Holgate. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.